But there's one other story today that fascinates me, and it takes us back to that Tuesday evening when I was here, and the Labour Party had just launched their manifesto. Corbyn was there, and I said the energy and the excitement that he'd shown compared with Theresa May the previous day, leading to many of you texting and tweeting that suddenly I'd become a lefty on the energy that he showed. And there was one, do you remember, one really big pitch, and it was to do with tuition fees. It was the abolition of tuition fees, not just for those going to university now or in the future, but for all of those people who'd built up student debt. In fact, shortly after that launch, when he was interviewed by the New Musical Express, I guess by that time all roads were leading to Glastonbury, and he said, yes, Labour will deal with the issue of student debt. Others were even clearer. The Shadow Justice Minister, Imran Hussain, said during the election, every existing student will have all their debt wiped off. That's fantastic news, guys, isn't it? And the implication was that £100 billion would be found to wipe off the entire student debt that existed in this country. And boy, didn't people believe it. You know, 59% of 18 to 24-year-olds thought their debt was going to be wiped off or massively, massively reduced. And of course, we saw a lot of young people voting in that general election, more young people than have voted in a general election for a very, very long time. But all of a sudden, it seems to be a little bit different, because today, Angela Rayner, who was the Shadow Education Secretary, said there are no plans to write off existing loans, and that her party had never promised to do so. And John McDonnell, the Shadow Chancellor, said, oh, no, it wasn't a promise, it's just an ambition of ours. I wonder, is the shine now beginning to come off that great Corbynista vision? People, youngsters, in nightclubs, chanting on the dance floor. I haven't been there myself, of course, but I was told by a nightclub owner that at midnight they were chanting on the dance floor, Corbyn, Corbyn, this mania that had swept the young, that he was going to reduce all existing student debt. And suddenly we're told, well, actually, folks, sorry, but that wasn't really true. So I wonder whether perhaps we might see Mr. Corbyn's fortunes with the young decline. Could they decline as quickly as they increased? Well, do you know what? It was the issue of student debt that did for Nick Clegg and did for the Liberal Democrats, so it's not impossible. One to watch, I would suggest.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.